Potential Week Bat Rap.
Hey everybody, during Dark Potential Week and until the end of March 2013, we're offering special Dark Potential Army deals where you can get an entire Dark Potential starter army for around $100. It'll save you over 30% off the normal cost, and you get free shipping worldwide. Go to darkpotential.com/army deals or click on the link below for more details.
And we're back with part 2 as the Reclaimers now start moving around. He jumps his forward observer from one rooftop to another, and they basically trying to get a line on his sniper and his other group of initiates, but unfortunately that doesn't work. Now he has his initiates pull back to pick up the objective, and so he gets one to pick up the objective, and then the rest, they all fire away into that recruit, which they get a hit and they do a wound, and that is the end of that recruit. So it's too bad he wasn't able to get that hit. They would have needed 5s. And now the other center group fires at the director, but they miss, so he spends a point to try and re-roll. And he misses again. The director only has 1 wound, he just needs to do 1, but he missed, and now he's going to re-roll once again. And he still misses. He's going to use one of the director, or the commander's points there. He just needs a 6 or less. And still misses, so that's 4 misses in a row. And he spends yet another point trying to hit. And he misses once more. So he uses his last point to make it 1 hit. He needs a 1 to wound, and he does not get it. And so that's it for him, and he passes his morale check, the director. The Reclaimer commander jumps up. He takes a shot at the enemy director. He does get a hit, but he also needs a 1 because he gets spot on, so -1 strength. And the director passes that leadership check as well. The squad of recruits move up, and they pick up the objective as the other sniper goes on overwatch to keep an eye over, basically watching over them. And then the flame launcher moves up, and he goes on to overwatch as well. The director himself, he moves over into the open, so he won't have as much cover, but he gets a clean line of shot against the enemy commander, where he does 2 wounds, and then he uses one of his command points to adjust that to 3. So he does 3 wounds to the other enemy commander. He needs a 5 or less to not break. He does fail, and he is broken now. So the Reclaimer commander is broken. Now he's taking a shot from the sniper, using a point to reroll, and then he uses another point to try and reroll to do a wound. He does make it, so he wounds one of the Reclaimers. He goes down to having to make a leadership of 4. No, it should have actually been 3. We added that out wrong, but he made it either way. So at the end of turn 3, it has gotten a bit closer, with a lot of the Reclaimers getting killed or broken. So let's see what they can do with the counterattack. So the forward observer moves back. He goes to look at the sniper in the middle. He does miss, so he spends 2 points to guarantee a hit, and he is now marked. The commander steps back, and we weren't sure about this, but he ends up picking up the objective there, and then tries to rally, which he does. So the Reclaimer commander is now rallied once again. He fires a Redeemer rocket across the map at the sniper, who is just hanging out on that rooftop. He spends a point to try and re-roll. Needing a 4 or less, it's rather hard to hit. He does miss, and it goes to the 2, and it goes, wait for it, 3 inches, so it does miss, because it's only a 3-inch AoE. He fires another Redeemer rocket. This one needs a 3 or less to hit. It misses as well. He uses a point to re-roll, which misses once again. It deviates to the 2, and it goes 6 inches, so boom, hits the building. So that misses. The recruits in the center, they pull back, or rather they move forward to block the commander there, so the initiates are moving up, trying to close in on the director. He fires away, needing a 7 or less. He does fail, but he uses one of his points to get a hit. He needs a 3 or less, and he does do the wound. The director only had 1 left, so that is the end of the corporation director. And the flame launcher has to do a morale check, seeing a unit be destroyed within 6 inches. The initiates now move up on the side of the board there. And I'm taking a little bit of a look here to show you what's waiting for them as they come around the corner. And so the initiates move up, coming around the edge. And they are carrying one of the objectives right now, so they are at -1 morale. The sniper now does his shot at him, and he does get a hit. He needs a 5 or less to do a wound. And, oh, there we go. Come on, we can do it. We can get it on the table, and there we go. He does do a wound, which kills the front guy. They need Snake Eyes not to break, which they easily fail. They end up using one of their points to try and re-roll, but he does need Snake Eyes in order to not break, and he fails it. So that is another unit broken, so they can only move away. The corporation turn begins with his flame launcher advancing up and getting ready to shoot at the initiates and commander who are standing right there. He does get a hit, so it hits all three of them, killing the center guy, killing the other initiate, but not wounding the commander. So he does wipe out the regular group, but he uses a point to re-roll, and it still does not do a wound. So the two initiates are gone, but the commander is still there. He passes his first leadership, and then a second one for having a unit break. He passes that as well. The recruits on the left side of the board then decide that they're just going to take off. They've got their objective, and they're going to get off the board with it. So he runs back 12 inches and minus 1 inch because he jumped over the wall. So they go hiding back there, and his sniper hops down, looking at the group that's broken there, shoots them with his pistol, does get a hit, and does do a wound. So he kills another one. Now we made a mistake here. We thought this was turn 5. Somehow we lost count, but it's actually turn 4. So you're going to see that this is actually, we're playing this as though it's the last turn. Normally there would be one more, and he should be playing up to 6, so made a little bit of a mistake there. The Reclaimer's turn begins with him firing away with his forward observer at the sniper. He gets a hit. Now he shoots him with a rocket launcher, or a Redeemer launcher anyway, which misses. Spends a point to try and re-roll it. He needs a 4 or less. And unfortunately he misses again, so it deviates. It goes to the 4, and it goes 1 inch, so it hits him anyway, because it is a 1.5 inch template, or rather, the radius is 1.5 inches. He then shoots him with yet another rocket, which does hit as well, and or rather now he's trying to, which hasn't hit yet. Misses, deviates, it goes to the 1, and it goes 5 inches, so unfortunately it does not hit anyone. His commander steps out around the corner, looking at the Redeemer, and he gets a hit. He does a wound, and he does D3 wounds, so he adds it with a point to make it 3 wounds, and kills the flame launcher altogether. The initiates on the far side of the board, they're already broken, so they take their objective and they start running away, just like the recruits are at the other end of the board. And so they pull back, and now they're going to try and rally on a 4. They do not rally. And so corporation turn, the end of it begins. They run off the board, and the sniper picks up the objective, and that makes it a tie of 3-3.
Tiebreaker? Yeah.
There's the
Tiebreaker ends in a tie.
Yeah. So the end of the game, they have both scored 3 points. The commander is sitting there holding 2. The fleeing squad is holding 1. And Mike had 1 unit run off the board for double points, and the sniper grabbed the objective that was right there. So they do tie. It's kind of unfortunate for a tiebreaker, but yeah, thoughts. But basically, we're just kind of going over this a little bit. Any big things you would do differently next game?
We just need to pay attention to the stats. It's going to take.
Watch out for that armoring cover.
Yeah.
I definitely would have deployed my commander better. I left him a little bit too far away from my other units, and he was really out in the open for the first, he died because he was out in the open pretty much.
I think another thing to watch out for are the AoEs. Right here, you lost most of the squad on turn 1.
Yeah.
Turn 2.
And I probably should have started my heavy a little more central, just because if he could have dropped 1 or 2 more AoEs, it would have been a little more. That central point being worth 2 points, and then having a couple other objectives really close to it, him dropping a few more AoEs would have been really effective. I need to remember to use smoke grenades too. That's the other. I just forget I have them.
I need a backup plan for the Redeemers after the 4
Yeah.
Redeemers go down. Because sitting in the back, they're move or shoot. So you sacrifice 2 turns moving after you lose your 4 observers, or they have no targets. So.
Yeah, I know Dan, he doesn't bring them right now. He brings extra squads, but another option is to deploy them where they're actually in line of sight. Because let's say you had him and the rocket standing next to each other looking at that sniper.
Yeah.
The sniper can only kill 1.
Yeah.
So no matter who he doesn't hit, the other guy's going to get to shoot that sniper.
Yeah.
So that's one option. But yeah, pretty much another good game in the league here. So stay tuned for more Dark Potential League games.